Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the 2128, the Tier 9 Soviet SPG. It's located on the defending spawn of Steppes Assault, and this one is under the command of Angelina75. Now, this is the first replay we've had in from that couple, Talon and Angelina. They're normally competing for the weekend lie-in. And game's underway. Now I seem to remember that Angelina has had a few battles on Steppes with 212A where she's been in assault mode. But this time round she's not going over to the corner. She's actually going to stay a bit closer to the rock, which is actually a bit of a smart move to me, in my view, because going over to that rock does make you kind of vulnerable. First enemy tank's been spotted. It's a Leopard prototype A, tier 9 again. But he goes for cover from a rock. Now Angelina's fielding the 203mm B4 howitzer, capable of 900 alpha, penetrating 52mm of armour. First shot hits the rear of the Leopard, and she claims 410 hit points. That was a very good shot for a starter. And yes, I think that Leopard will be more careful in future. She hasn't changed position at all. There's two Arty on the enemy team, an M53, M55 and a GW Panther. It's a tier 9 game with tier 7 tanks in it. Next target, T25AT. She fires blind, but oh my god, she got a kill. She did hit him. Direct hit. He went blind, but she fired at the same spot. She got a bit of reticule wobble right at the end. I think that's because the system was still updating on her position. Plus, of course, the arc of this gun is only 4 degrees either side of the center line, 8 degrees in total. And that means if you get the slightest movement outside the arc, it can actually cause the reticule to suddenly bulge up. And that could cause a miss. But she didn't miss with that one. She didn't miss with the shot on the 50 TP either. She's claimed another 408 hit points. You can see why she's got 2 marks of excellence on the barrel. She works at it. Okay, there are a number of tanks coming down this way though, so she's going to have to work extremely hard to keep these guys at bay. She's found a Yak Panther. Now, this should be interesting because that thing will suffer from Arty rounds. Rounds out. And another direct hit, this time for 431. She's working that howitzer as hard as she can. The more shots you get in on the more different enemy tanks, the more likely you're going to get a Confederate and potentially a Gauss medal or a high caliber. She's already accumulated 1,250 or 1,249 in damage. And that's not bad considering it's a 10-minute game. Okay, there was an enemy tank over here. She's not exactly sure of the position. There it is. It's the Leopard prototype again. Same one she hit before. And she's hit him again. Right in the side this time for 419. He's tracked. He's not receiving any damage at the moment, but he got rid of his stun very quickly. I think we just saw the enemy Arty firing as well. Somewhere over by E0. Saw a tracer coming out of that little area. If you're a regular Arty player, you would know those sort of things. You'd see them and you'd record them and say, yep, that's where he is. Okay, we do have an enemy tank over in this corner. Angelina just trying a blind shot to see if she can get him. Can't be sure. T-34-2 is the tank she was aiming for. And that Leopard prototype's still around. Again, she's changing position to avoid counter battery. Oh, she did stun him! The T-34-2 just took some damage. And she's now looking to hit that Leopard prototype again. She's letting it dial in, letting it settle. If he pops up into view, she'll have a go. She's lined up. She can't see the leopard at the moment, but he seems to be using that position on a regular basis, and I think that's because he's trying to get shots on our T-25 too. Oh, that was unfortunate. The shell landed short into the ground. You can see where one of the shells that she fired hit him. It actually hit him directly on the rear of the vehicle. That was the first shot she fired. Standard reload for this Arty, 37.39 seconds. I think Angelina's got something like just under 30. These enemy are getting rather close. She's lined up. Rounds out. She did get a hit on the projectile, but she's going to have to move now because they are getting rather close. And she doesn't want to get spotted. If she does get spotted, the enemy will be on her in a second. There's an FP207 there. He needs to move as well. He's in reload. You can see that. He signaled it. That's a very good move for any Arty player. You signal to your teammates either using your F8 key, or if you're using Aslains, you can press the C key, and that just tells your teammates that you're in reload at that moment, and therefore that's why you're not firing. Okay. Just having a look over in that corner. This is the corner where the enemy Arty was last seen. Oh, just saw the tracer. Yep, we just saw the tracer from the enemy Arty. Rounds out. And she just got him. She wiped him out clean. So he was in that corner. We were right. And we're 3 up on the enemy now. The rest of the team are doing well. They're holding the enemy at bay. And the enemy M53, M55 just got spotted and has been taken out by our batch at 12 tons. So no counter battery is going to be on the cards for Angelina. But it doesn't matter because she's had a good game so far. 2,243 hit points, some stun assist, and the enemy team is running out of time, down to 3 minutes 40 seconds, and they're still nowhere near that. Well, not particularly near. There's a VK. There he is. She's just turning to face him. Now she's dialing in on target. Now it's very difficult to hit him when he's gone behind the ridgeline, but she's trying to work it out. Rounds out. Close. Very close. 279 from splash. Should point out that the splash radius on this Arty is 10.4 meters. That's the radius. So obviously the diameter is quite a bit bigger. 21 meters near enough. Stun duration between 12.5 and 28 seconds, and that's why a lot of tanks tend to use the first aid kit. Oh, that one hit. She actually picked up 232 from stun assist there as well. It looked like it did hit, but it may have actually hit the tracks, but she's still got the stun anyway. Okay, Progetto's the next target. She's hit this guy before, I think. And he's out the game. Okay, there's an IS-3 over here with very low hit points. She's almost ready to go. Rounds out. Looks good. Yes! Kill shot! And that means now there's only one enemy left. It's a Cobra. And we think we know where he is. He's up behind that rock, hiding from our Kunstpanzer. Okay, we might get a chance to hit him. If he's behind those bushes, I think he'll probably be behind the rock. She only needs to stun him really more than anything, but she's going to try for a kill shot if she can. He's got, 1,222. She's not going to get a kill unless she pens him. And in fact, yeah, she stunned him. And she's got some stun assist already off that. And unfortunately, we did get some more stun, 361. But Angelina's lining up another shot. But he's gone, and that's it. The game's over. They've successfully defended their cap. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was the first class tanker for Angelina75 in the 212A. She managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, she got 9. And she got a Confederate as well. She hit more of the enemy than anyone else on her team. At least 6 tanks subsequently taken out by other teammates. And her win rate from that battle was 4,803, which is very good score indeed. Super Unicum level. And she's saying it was a great start to the week. Yes, this took place just before Halloween. I think it was on the Monday, actually. I'm sorry it's taken so long to get around to doing the video. But we've only just received a replay from Talon, so we put together the video for you to look at now. Okay, so if we look at the details, the team scores, we can see that she actually managed to get the third highest damage in the game. The highest damage actually went to that Cobra right at the end. He managed to get a high caliber and 4,000 hit points of damage. Second highest by only 1 hit point was the Type 4H on our own team, who actually managed to steal wall. And then Angelina came in with 3,619 hit points in third place with the Confederate. When it came to kills, it was the Type 4H who did the best with 4 kills. 3 kills went to Angelina and 2 kills went to the Tiger 1 on the enemy team, the Scorpion G on our own team, the Type 64, I think that's a Type 64, I think that's a typo there. No, it's a Type 61, sorry, not a Type 64. Couldn't be a Type 64 because that's tier 6 and this is a tier 9 to 7. Batchat 12 ton also got 2 kills. But when it came to base XP, she's in second place because the Type 4H managed to get 1148, Angelina 983, and the Batchat 12 ton 929. She fired 13 rounds, which is pretty good going for an assault game where you don't get much time to actually pump out those rounds. She got 9 direct hits on the enemy, no penetrations though, but she did get 14 splashes. Damage 3,619, all of it at more than 300 meters. Damage 9 of the enemy, kill 3, so just qualified for the Confederate. 1,838 hit points of stun assist, and she got 12 stuns out of that as well. So decent amount of stun assist, especially that last bit with the Cobra. Because she needed to get as much to stun him as quickly as possible to make sure that any of her teammates' shots also paid off for her. On a free-to-play account, she earned 36,554 credits to the battle, 15,000 for completing a mission, 51,554 credits altogether, and after ammunition resupply took away 26,724 credits profit. She got 983 base XP, times 2 for the first victory, took away 1,966 experience points altogether. So a very good start to the week with a first class and a Confederate. It shows that she's working extremely well, and I don't think that was too far off getting a ace tanker actually, because it was just under 1,000, and if she got just over 1,000, I think she probably would have got that ace. But anyway, it's a first class, which means that there's still a chance for Talon to get the weekend lion, but he's going to have to do better than a first class and a Confederate and a win 8 of 4803. He's going to have to get a higher win 8 if he can get these awards as well, or he's going to have to get an ace tanker, which will win him the weekend lion or the Sunday morning lion straight away. Let's have a look at his replay. Talon's replay is also in the 212A, but in this occasion he's on the north spawn of Ruinberg. Game on. Well, he's also got the B4 howitzer, the 900 Alpha, and penetrating 52mm of armour. Just like Angelina, he's had ace tankers, but not quite as many as Angelina's had. I think she really likes the 212A, and that's why she gets such good results in it. He's headed off to the corner of the map, as far as you can get up into the northwest corner. Okay, he's loaded, and now he's looking at targets. Well, to start with, he's looking towards the village, and the tanks are moving rather quickly in that direction. And yes, he has got a shot through the gap there into that T110E5. If that guy still uses that firing position, he will get hit. Rounds out. Yes! In fact, he got 2 of them there. He hit the E5 and he got the 279 early with the same shot. He splashed the 279 early. Now, this is a standard battle and it's tier 10, so he's not bottom tier, he's middle tier. And from this position, he can hit that guy, that AMX M454 on that corner very, very well indeed. So that guy had better watch out because he's about to get splattered. Oh, that was unfortunate. RNG said no, and the shell actually landed to the right of the target. Now he's decided to move from that position, mainly because he doesn't want the enemy Arty communicating where he is and finding out. And well, that AMX M4 could tell the enemy Arty he's in the corner. Go for him. So he's decided to change position. That list is gone, so he doesn't need to worry about that guy. There's a Barask in the village, but instead he's decided to shoot down to this corner again. It looks like that AMX M454 might be about to get a hit, or he's holding back for the 279 early if he comes around the corner. It's a very narrow angle he's firing at. Remember, it's only 8 degrees you've got, 4 degrees either side of the center line. Soviet Arty doesn't have very good gun constraints, unfortunately. The arc is very narrow, but they do dial in very quickly. That's one of the benefits of having such a narrow arc. Okay, that 279 early is trying to take on the Conqueror. If he does fire at the Conqueror though, or fire at the 279 early, there's a fairly good chance that he's going to stun his Conqueror teammate. And so he's much better off going after this AMX M454. Okay, he's dialed in, straight out. And he hits him. 366. But he needs to move again. The 3 up on the enemy. And they've got the village. I think it's all theirs. But there is probably some enemy right down at the south end of the, or southeast corner of the map who's holding them back. I would not be surprised if there's a tank destroyer down there. Talon's decided to make his way up to the northeast corner. It looks like the fellow Arty on our team, who's also in a tier 9, he's in the FB3805. He's also decided to move and change position. I think the main reason for doing that is actually to try and get at the enemy cap, also protect yourself, because it looks like our team in the town is not doing so well, and the enemy's managing to yes, they've got the position on them. The enemy just lost the Lorraine 50 ton, but look at that object 279 on that corner. I would actually fire to splash that 279E to get him stunned. Gives your teammate in the E100 a chance. Okay, stunned the AMX M454, and the enemy Arty has now been located. Very unfortunate that we find out where they are just after he fired. It would have been nice if he'd actually got a shell ready to go, but that's the way sometimes that's the way the cookie crumbles, you might say. But he might be able to get this one now. Only seconds away from firing. Come on, get this guy. Rounds out. Oh, well, he moved. The moment he fired, he moved. And he probably knew a round was already on the way in. So he did get damaged, but only a little. Okay, the enemy has managed to claw back some of the kills that they lost. And that 279 early is actually being a very, very much a nuisance to our teammates. And our SU-130 PM is having to pull back. But if he does cross the road, he fires blind. And the 279's coming this way. So he has to get out of here, because he's the next player that 279 early is going to meet. And so he needs to get way over to the east, get behind the tree line. The Samoa's moving into a position where he might be able to stop the 279 early from taking the cap. But Talon's going to provide the damage for the Samoa spotting. Just up round here will do fine. Okay, we are still having trouble down in the south end of the map. There's tanks blocking us from going to their cap. He's going to have a go at that one of them. We can't see them at the moment. We can hear them. We can hear some rubble and scenery being destroyed. It's one of the clues that Arty players can hear to tell that there's an enemy there. It's nothing It's not cheating. You are listening to what they're doing, and the same information is available to the other Arties on the opposite team. Okay, well, our fellow Arty in the FB3805 is actually coming north again, and that's mainly because our teammates up there down in the south actually did lose, and so now they've had to reposition themselves. He's looking for that E5. I think it's technically known as an organised retreat, where you actually pull back to avoid the enemy getting a kill. Oh, he's found the Shrek on the enemy team. Rounds out, looks good. Direct hit, wipes him out. So he's got his first kill. We found where the E5 is as well. He's just around the corner. The FB38, oh no, it's actually our M53, M55 has actually managed to get shots. It's the enemy that's got the FB3805. I mucked that up. Okay, we're down to 3 left on either side. Our teammate in the town is a Kampfpanzer 50. Rams out on the Waffenträger. Oh, we got some damage. There's the E5, there's the Kampfpanzer. Okay, the enemy is capping, but that's the E5. He's only going to be in the cap momentarily, and there he's gone. Okay, now we've got the FV3805 and the Waffle Tractor. I know some people don't like it being called the Waffle Tractor, but it is rather funny, actually. Oh, he's come up behind the Kampfpanzer, but it didn't work out very well for him. Grabs out. Oh, splash kill! He got him. Splash kill. He did splash at the Kampfpanzer 50 at the same time, but it doesn't really matter, because now there's only one enemy left. It's the FB3805. Our M53, M55 will stay where he is, and now Talon can go in town and start hunting, I think, if he wanted to. In fact, I think that would be a very good idea. That's what the M53, M55 is going to do. He's going to go in and hunt. And there he is. He's hiding in a corner. And the kill shot goes to the Kampfpanzer 50. Here's the end of battle stats, and it was only a third-class tanker for talon1958 in the 212A. He got a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he managed to get 9. And he also managed to get a win rate of 2,364, but sadly that's not going to beat the first-class tanker and the Confederate that Angelina managed to get in her last replay. Yes, I'm sorry, but this is a better replay, better score. So Angelina is currently in the lead, and unless Talon comes back with something really good, I'm afraid he's going to be the one getting up on Sunday morning, chasing after Remy, and turning all the lights off, turning off all the taps, and putting away his toys, because he tends to pull his toys out like any child does. They pull their toys out, play with them for a short while, and then leave them on the floor. And then he has to do the, obviously, as any father, he has to do the Lego walk over the bits of Lego left on the floor. I don't know why it's so sharp, but whenever you have to step on it, it's absolutely excruciatingly painful. Anyway, 2,364 was the win rate, which is very good, but sadly it's not enough to win the game. I think he did have a few problems during that battle, mainly down to the fact that he wasn't able to get good, consistent one after the other shot, which is what Angelina was doing during that game. But I think that's down to the fact that it was a town game. Town games are a lot more difficult to play than open field games like Steppes. If we look at the team score, we can see that, yes, unfortunately, the highest damage in the game actually went to that Object 279E. 7,004 hit points of damage. He got a high caliber. Second highest damage was our Kampfpanzer 50. He managed a Lever Slayers, a Pascucci's, and a Top Gun. And it was good that the other guys actually did leave that kill for him. I think they would have been nice if they They would have wanted the kill if it was available, but I'm glad that they left the kill, because it meant that the Kampfpanzer did actually end up with the top gun, as well as Vespucci's medal. He got 4,679, and the third highest damage goes to the T110E5 on the enemy team with 4,080. Talon managed 2,016. He's got 4 players on the enemy team ahead of him. He's got only 2 ahead of him on the enemy team. Puts him in 7th place overall. When it comes to kills, though, it's the Kampfpanzer. Yes, he got 6 kills in that game. 4 kills went to the E5, and then 2 kills went to the Shure SM, who also picked up a tank sniper, to Talon, who also got 2, the Barask on the enemy team, who picked up a Leveslaus, and the AMX M454, who also got 2. So, well done in terms of, the fact is, that means he's in joint 3rd place with the others. And when it came to base XP, he's a little further down the table, because the high scorer was the Kampfpanzer Fumsieg with 1,441. Very good score indeed. 1,116 went to the Shure SM, and they were the only 2 over 1,000. The E100 806, the SU130 managed 742, and the 50TP 730, with Talon getting 701, but that still beats all of the players on the enemy team, including that Object 279 early, who got a very big score indeed. Talon fired only 9 rounds. He got 3 direct hits on the enemy, no penetrations, but 11 splash. So you can see Angelina was consistently getting direct hits, whereas Talon, I'm afraid he was having to settle for mostly splashes, and that's why he didn't get quite as much damage. 2,016 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters, damaged 6 of the enemy, killed 2, so it's a little way off getting a Confederate. On a premium count, he earned 27,359 credits, but got 80,000 for mission completion, and that brought up a grand total of 107,359 credits altogether. After ammunition resupply, took away 90,169 credits. 1,051 XP times 3 for the first victory, 3,154 experience points altogether. So sadly, that means that Angelina's the one that ends up with the lead at the moment. So we'll just have to wait and see what Talon can come up with. If you enjoyed that replay, or both of those replays, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.